Hi, welcome to Cracker's cabin. Where do I start? How about a nice cup of Krackers? That's my favorite coffee in this neck of the woods. Welcome to my humble home. Actually, it's an old trapper's cabin. Been in my family for generations. There's a few leaks and a few mice, always in need of maintenance. I've been living here in Forestland for 2 months now, living off the land and helping out where there's a need. I got a special guest today. His name's Phineas the fox. He's out right now, gallivanting around. He loves the forest, most of all, but lately he's been a little scared of Mr. Fowler and snakes and such. I said he could stay here with me and work on the cabin and keep an eye on things, and we'll see how it goes. Stick around for singing, stories, and adventure. Hey there, just having a little fun out here today. The grass is green, the flowers are blooming, and the birds are singing. See you around. Meanwhile, back at Fowlers Den, Mr. Fowler was raring to go. With his trap and his knife, he looked in the mirror and he said, "I'm looking pretty good today. Just gotta sharpen my knife and I'll be ready to go." He'd sharpened that knife so much, he could almost see right through it. "That'll do it," he says. "Let's get out of here." Trap ready and knife sharpened, Mr. Fowler returns from his den, determined to catch the fox that's been avoiding him thus far. Using a walking stick, Mr. Fowler carefully balances himself across a natural bridge spanning a deep gully. As he crosses Trickle Creek, he realizes this shortcut that he's taken is going to be a little harder than he thought, but in the end, it'll save him time getting to Cracker's cabin. He quickly climbs up another wooden path into the brush. The branches are making it difficult, but he continues on. "I'll be there soon," he says. Meanwhile, Kracker arrives at his cabin, not knowing that Fowler was on the way. "Ah! Oh, it's just you. Hey, I'm just staying here with Mr. Kracker for a while. I just don't like those rattlesnakes and Mr. Fowler on my tail. So I'm going to stay here for a while and help Mr. Kracker out. And maybe I'll stay here tonight. I feel safer here than out in the forest. This is a great place for a lookout." "Phineas! Oh, there's Mr. Kracker now. I better go." "There you are, Phineas. Come on up." "Hey, Mr. Kracker. What's that smell? Supper?" "No, supper won't be ready for a while, Phineas. I think you smell a candle burning." "Yeah, it smells like cinnamon." So, Phineas, did you see anybody suspicious on your watch? No, Mr. Cracker. A couple of deer and some birds, but nobody suspicious. Well, that's good, Phineas. I think we'll keep you there on the windowsill for a while. You can keep an eye out. I'm thinking that Fowler and his rattlesnakes aren't too far away. Now that sounds good, Mr. Cracker. I'll just go back to the window and keep watch. Well, I feel like doing something more than sitting in this windowsill for Mr. Cracker, even if it's scaring a few mice away. I haven't even seen any mice. So far, it's been nothing but birds and deer. Looks like it's gonna get dark soon. I hope things don't get too creepy. While Phineas was keeping watch, Mr. Cracker decided to add to his daily journal. In this book, he writes down all his daily activities, his Bible study notes, and everything else that's important in his life. We'll speed it up a bit because he spends a lot of time writing these things down. And don't forget, he always takes time for a good cup of Krackers. Good night. Phineas decided that he too was getting tired, so he followed Mr. Cracker to bed. Someone arrives at the fringe of the forest. Mr. Fowler has finally got close to the Cracker cabin. Mr. Fowler can clearly see the cabin now. He jumps a creek and then approaches cautiously. Maybe if I look inside, I can see if anyone's home, he thought to himself. Oh, there's a window. Too dark to see in there. I see a candle burning though. Somebody's home. I think I'll look around and see if I can find another window. Boy, Mr. Cracker's gotta mow his lawn. Looks safe here. Well, these windows are pretty dark, but I can see a human shape moving around in there. It's gotta be Mr. Cracker. And wherever Mr. Cracker is, that fox is close by. Well, now that I know they're in the cabin, I can go back to my business and set my traps. That'll do, he grins. Finding some barbed wire in his travels, he places it on the path, camouflaging it with grass and branches and anything he can find. That'll catch something, he says. Well, that'll do it for today. I'll return tomorrow to check on them. Mr. Fowler hurries home, and he ain't scared of the dark.